The Moon is one of the most recognizable objects in the sky. Its proximity to Earth has given it huge cultural significance and it plays a key role in Earth's tides. Here are 7 facts about the Moon. Number 1. There is water on the Moon. Due to its tilt, some parts of the Moon's surface never see sunlight, allowing water ice to survive in some of its craters. When India's Chandrayaan-1 lunar orbiter passed over the North Pole of the Moon in 2009, it found more than 40 craters thought to contain water ice. This confirmed a finding from the previous year that found water ice on the southern pole. In addition, the Moon contains some water trapped in its rocks. Number 2. Is there an atmosphere on the Moon? Yes. The very thin atmosphere, known as an exosphere, contains helium, argon, neon, ammonia, methane and carbon dioxide. It also contains sodium and potassium, which are not usually found as gases in the atmospheres of Earth, Venus or Mars. Where this atmosphere comes from is still not known. Number 3. Why are there so many impact craters on the Moon? The thin atmosphere leaves very little to protect the Moon from asteroids. Early in the solar system's formation, all planets and moons were bombarded with rocks. The thin atmosphere on the Moon has meant that the impact craters have remained prominent. Number 4. What is the Moon made of? The Moon can be divided into the crust, mantle and core. At its very center, the Moon has a solid iron core with a temperature of between 1327 degrees Celsius and 1427 degrees Celsius. This is hot enough to create a surrounding molten liquid iron outer core, but not hot enough to warm the surface. The mantle which envelops the core is roughly 1,000 kilometers thick. During the early history of the Moon, this layer was once liquid magma and the source of the intense volcanic activity that led to the formation of the lava plains on its surface. As the magma cooled down, this process stopped. All of this is encased in a crust, made up largely of a rock called anorthosite, which is rich in oxygen, silicon, calcium, and aluminium. The surface is coated with lunar regolith, a fine mix of dust, broken rock and material. While Earth's regolith is formed by erosion and weather, on the Moon it all comes from meteor impacts as the surface is blasted into fine pieces. In some places, this lunar regolith is just 3 meters deep, while in other parts it has settled into drifts some 20 meters deep. Number 5. Humans have landed on the Moon 6 times. All 6 human moon landings to date have been part of NASA's Apollo program, which ran between 1961 and 1972. After the momentous achievement of Apollo 11, landing Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin on the Moon on July 20, 1969, the USA landed 5 more missions up to 1972. 12 people in total have walked on the surface of the Moon. Number 6. The Moon has its own time zone. It is possible to tell time on the Moon. In fact, back in 1970, Hellbros Watches asked Kenneth L. Franklin, who for many years was the chief astronomer at New York's Hayden Planetarium, to design a watch for moonwalkers that measures time in what he called lunations, the period it takes the Moon to rotate and revolve around the Earth. Each lunation is exactly 29.530589 Earth days. Interestingly, one moon watch was sent to the President of the United States at the time, Richard M. Nixon, who sent a thank you note to Franklin. The note and another moon watch were kept in a display case at the Hayden Planetarium for several years. Number 7. The Moon's gravity. Because the force of gravity at the surface of an object is the result of the object's mass and size, the surface gravity of the Moon is only 1/6 that of the Earth. The force gravity exerts on a person determines the person's weight. Even though your mass would be the same on Earth and the Moon, if you weigh 132 pounds, 60 kilograms, on Earth, you would weigh about 22 pounds, 10 kilograms, on the Moon. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe.